In this example, we are going to evaluate the algebraic expression. So if you still remember in the introduction part, I mentioned that the algebra is like a variable. It can take different values. So here we're going to evaluate. So when you see the instruction evaluate, the final answer is a value. The final answer will be a number. So no more algebra. So how can we do that? So we are going to change out the alphabet. Changing out the alphabet is called substitute. We substitute a number for the algebra. That means I change the algebra to certain numbers. Okay, and usually the question will tell you. The question has to tell you the number. So sometimes the number can be positive, the number can be negative, or it can be fraction. So usually they will throw in negative number. So that's where your chapter 2 will come in place. Okay, so usually my advice to you will be, so when they say that A is 4, okay, put a bracket. B is -2, put a bracket. C is a 5, put a bracket. Because when you're going to input the algebra, 3A plus 4B minus 7C, you're going to put it with a bracket. So 3A means 3 times A. Okay, then I will just put a bracket. 4B means 4 times B, but I will just put a bracket. 7C is 7 times C, I will just put a bracket. So once you put in your value, step 1 always must put in the value. Then you can do it one by one. And then you just punch calculator. Then from here you can punch. You will always do from left to right. So my final answer will be like this. Okay. So this one is actually quite simple, but you got to take note of brackets. So for example, the next one has a bracket. So this is how I handle. I'll put in my A. My A is a 4. I'm going to multiply by a bracket. Okay, it's an invisible operation. The bracket consists of 3B. 3 times B. So I put a bracket. It will be 3 times -2. Then I will do a -5. And plus 5B squared. B squared means B squared is B times B. So -2 times -2. Okay, so what you can do will be do the bracket like how your chapter 2 taught you. Do the brackets, and here you will get it will be if you punch calculator, this part will be a -10. Okay, you can do the multiplication left to right. Okay, so I'm still doing my bracket. So this part will become a +20. So it become very similar to your chapter 2. So that's it. You put in and you just multiply a bit with your idea of your 4 operations, your bracket. So even if it comes to fraction, it's the same thing. Okay, so input properly first. A is a 4. B is a -2. A plus B will be 4 plus -2. B times C will be -2 times 5. You always input very carefully first. Don't put the wrong number. Then this is quite easy. This is a divide. Positive number divide by negative number. So you actually get a negative number. So this part will give you a subtraction. So that becomes 4 minus 2. The denominator is a minus 10. Okay, so it gets a lot more simplified slowly. 4 minus 2 is a 2. And if you see that there is a negative, you can make it into a plus. Then you can just punch calculator. You will get minus 1 and 9. Sorry. So minus 2 plus 2 over 10. You will get minus 1 and 4 over 5. So I will say this part of algebra looks like your chapter 2 because you're going to put certain numbers inside. Okay, so that's why certain part of your chapter 2 is actually necessary here. Okay. So that is called the evaluation of algebraic expression. So if you evaluate out an expression, at the end of it, the whole expression is reduced to a certain number.